Total period is 10 years of the deposit, from the date of deposit. Is it an unclaimed deposit?
I think so, sir, but I'm not sure.
What is a demand draft?
Demand draft?
Is there any insurance program for the rural under financial inclusion?
Right now, I'm not able to recollect.
Who is the owner of Rupee?
I do not have that information.
In case of operational SB account, how do you decide? Will it become unclaimed in 2030? After 10 years?
I do not know the exact term, sir. May I come in, sir? Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Morning, it's very excited.
Thank you, sir.
So, Guru Prasad, tell about yourself.
I'm Guru Prasad. I come from Bengaluru. So, my father was a retired BSNL employee, and my mother was a school teacher. Currently, I have done my BTech in computer science engineering, and post which I've worked with Cognizant for about a year, and during which I have developed skills like Python, SQL, and PowerPoint, these skills. And later, I felt that I would be a better suit for a role in finance and banking sector. So I decided to give my full time for banking preparation, and so I have devoted my time since March for banking preparation.
So, how long you are preparing for this banking?
Since March of this year, sir.
This year? So, still you are working for Cognizant?
No, I have resigned.
Resigned. So, what made you to take up banking as a career when you are a computer engineer? You would have done better in a tech area, no?
So it is my interest. Anyway, I have interest in even in during engineering. I was more interested towards data side, data analysis, and in which I like to analyze something. So even in finance, you will have to analyze a lot of things. So in banking, even if you are doing some loan processing and all, you have got to analyze a lot of things. So this is my interest was more towards analyzing things. So and also I'm more interested in customer interaction and something which is of a front office side, so where I can interact with some people or something. So I thought this banking would provide a proper platform where I can develop the skill set that I intend to develop.
What is the raw material for banking business?
So there is no raw material of
Now, what is the banking business? You tell me in what business banking?
banking is just a financial intermediary. So you take funds from the depositors and give it to those who are in need of money. So a bank will facilitate the flow of money in the economy. So
I mean, accepting deposit one side and lending,
yeah.
and how banks make profit.
So that net interest margin you get from deposit and what you lended. So that is the profit bank makes.
Now, you must have read that banks are facing a challenge of deposit mobilization. What is your opinion about that?
So I think banks are very healthy right now. So although there is increase in credit growth opposed to deposit growth, we see we see the SLR ratio that is around 23% for commercial banks. So it is bare minimum is 18%. So it can also always be reduced. And I think there is no worry about credit and deposit ratio. There's only a marginal difference. So right now the situation is like from my perspective, I would say that people have gained interest in the economy and they're putting more money into the mutual funds and stock markets. So that might be one of the reasons why there is less deposit growth when opposed to credit.
You have an account?
I do have an
In which bank?
account with the HDFC Bank.
Why not the public sector bank?
I think HDFC Bank has better reach and very good market capitalization with which they are doing a lot of work. They are more customer friendly when compared to public sector banks. In which area the public sector banks has to do some significant amount of work when it comes.
Okay, but you want to join a public sector bank, regional, regional rural banks.
Yes.
Regional rural banks are under the guidance of the government.
Yeah, I know, sir. I do know, sir. But the government has a very broad perspective where they do social welfare that is not there in what you say private sector. They are more focused to the profits of the banks. So government sector will do a lot of social welfare, and I want to be a contributing person in that.
So you want to use your technological skill to improve the service.
Sure.
What strategies banks can adopt to improve the Kasa? Kasa deposit. What is Kasa deposit? And how important for the bank's profit?
So Kasa is nothing but savings and current account. So to improve, to bring in more customers, a bank can introduce various financial literacy campaigns. Where they can onboard a lot of customers from rural areas, who have never been to a bank or something, and to improve in another ways they can come up with attractive deposits, and they can also to improve the SB accounts. They can come up with something since the insurance penetration is also low. They can come up with something which is along with something that provides insurance cover along with the SBI bank, which I recently saw that Canara Bank has come up with. They have come up with cancer cover protection for SB bank. SB.
Okay. What is policy rates? RBI's policy rates.
Okay. There are different policy rates. There's one is repo rate and reverse repo rate. Repo rate is at which RBI provides loan to the banks, and reverse repo is the opposite of it, where bank get interest for the money they park at RBI. So these are the repo rates I can remember, and there is fixed rate like CRR and SLR, statutory liquid ratio, and
What is the present CRR? What is CRR?
CRR is cash reserve ratio. That is the amount the banks has to keep as a cash in the RBI.
What is the rate?
It is 4.5%.
Yes, Guru Prasad, when you opened the bank account,
In 2020, I guess.
when you joined for a job or prior to that?
No, I opened the bank account post COVID for one of the competitive exam I had to for the CET exam. So we had to pay through online. So I opened the bank.
So that is the trigger point for opening the bank account. Earlier, you didn't feel that you should have an account.
No, I didn't have an account, so I was dependent on my father for all the money.
What are the different types of deposits accounts bank has?
So term deposit, fixed deposit, nothing but is term deposit. Okay. Savings account, and I can't recollect any names right now.
Term deposit and
Savings account, demand deposit.
so you know about unclaimed deposits with the bank.
Yes.
What is unclaimed deposit?
So if someone books a term deposit and they do not claim it for about 10 years, then that becomes an unclaimed deposit.
Suppose you make a deposit now,
Yeah.
which matures after 5 years, and you don't claim it for another 5 years. Does it become unclaimed deposit?
So if the total duration of no operation should be at least 10 years, then it becomes an unclaimed deposit.
No, I gave an example. You open an account now for a period of 5 years.
Yes.
For another 5 years, you don't claim the deposit. The total period of deposit is 5 years. You kept the deposit. Another 5 years, it was not claimed.
Yes.
Total period is 10 years of the deposit from the date of deposit. Is it an unclaimed deposit?
I think so, sir, but
Not sure.
Yeah, not sure.
Oh, sir is asking you if you are making one FD.
Yes.
FD is going to get mature after 5 years.
Yes.
Maturity is after 5 years. So from that duration, it's going to be 10 year or it's going to be only 5 year, 5 plus 5. You got the question.
So
or
the
not?
2 tenures have been completed, sir.
5 year, 5 year.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
In that case, it will be unclaimed. If I make one FD of 10 years today, so after 10 year it will be unclaimed deposit.
From the date of maturity, it should be 10 years.
From the date of
Okay,
maturity, it should be 10
Okay,
years.
understood. So it
So
should
if
be
you have
15
kept
years.
for 5 years,
Yes.
so you have another 10 years.
Something I had not given thought to.
Got
sir.
it?
Suppose in case of you have an operational SB account
Yes.
with huge balance of say
So
10
it's very
lakhs.
clearly given. The answer is given there. You
Yeah.
can go through after that.
In case of
From the
SB
date of
account,
maturity, 10 years, it is not claimed. After 10 years, that is treated as unclaimed.
Okay, sir. Understood.
in case of operational SB account, how do you decide?
Oh,
You have an SB account,
yes.
When was it opened?
And 2020.
20. So will it, if you don't operate now, from now onwards, will it become unclaimed in 2030 after 10 years?
I do
Okay.
not know the exact term, sir. I do not want to take a while.
Okay, go through that.
Yeah.
Study all this.
So have you heard of, suppose the this deposits, after unclaimed, it is not claimed by anybody, legal heirs, what will happen?
It will go to the depository education fund.
Yes.
Depository education fund. Is there any mechanism which the legal heirs can know that they have the unclaimed deposit?
There's Udgam portal.
Huh?
Udgam portal,
Okay.
on which people can. It's one place where anybody can look at.
Check whether they have any unclaimed deposits in the name of the family. So have you heard of Antardrishti portal?
It is a portal to monitor and see the various status of financial inclusion programs launched by the government. It is.
Progress under different schemes and the extent of coverage under financial inclusion.
Yes.
So what does it give?
So with financial inclusion, we will get the information about what's the target of a certain financial inclusion program. So if you say,
What are the financial inclusion programs?
see, there's Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, where they open zero balance account, and there's Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, where people can, if they have a girl child, they can deposit money up to 21 years of age, and Atal Pension Yojana, and Mahatma Gandhi Narega Yojana, which provides minimum 100 days of job guarantee program for underprivileged people.
Is there any insurance program for the rural under financial inclusion?
Right now, I'm not able to recollect any insurance program, but I'm sure I'll read about it.
What is your name?
Guru Prasad.
Guru Prasad. Guru Prasad, since you opened your bank account in HDFC, what were the documents required? Do you remember?
It's Aadhaar card, PAN card, and a passport size photo.
Okay.
And
what were the
also-
documents you received in return?
I received a debit card and a checkbook and passbook.
Okay. So, if you will get selected in this, whichever bank you're preparing for, so will you quit the account you're having in HDFC?
I don't think I would be quitting it, but I will be opening a public sector bank also.
Okay.
Okay.
What is a demand draft?
Demand draft. I have to recollect about this. I don't want to take a wild guess.
That's okay. That's okay. And what is RIDF?
RITF.
Yes.
I don't have the information.
So why are you not going for private sector bank? Yes, this is. Tell me.
So when you compare public sector and private
Yeah.
sector, the employee benefits are very much allied towards, very much favorable in the public sector banks. Along with, I also told that what you do, the social welfare, that is there in the public sector bank only, and private sectors are only focused towards profit making.
Okay.
So I am more inclined towards public sector.
And sounds.
Okay. So, what is the minimum monthly average balance you need to maintain in your HDFC account? It's a normal account, normal saving account, right?
Yes, sir.
So, how much amount you need to
It's
maintain?
10,000 rupees.
So, big amount, you are rich kid means 10,000 rupees you are maintaining
month,
huh?
yes.
Per month.
It's there's also a youth account that is
Okay.
5,000 rupees minimum balance.
Okay, so you have opened for 5,000 rupees month. Is it?
Yes. And there is also something called max account.
Huh.
If you have 1.5 lakh of deposit, then the balance will be zero balance account.
Okay, okay.
Yes, that's
So, what is the current rate of interest which is applicable on your saving account?
I have not checked it, but it is around 2 to 3% for all the banks as usual.
Okay.
What is the interest?
2 to 3%. I am just guessing it, sir, because it's the same for almost all the banks.
Mhm. So, you are using UPI also?
Yes, sir.
Which application you are using for UPI?
I mostly use Google Pay only.
Google Pay you use. Have you seen on Google Pay there is a new option called UPI Circle now? Have you checked it?
I have not checked it, sir.
Okay. Which debit card you are using? Means bank is okay HDFC. It is powered by which company?
Visa.
Visa. Do you know that which card company belongs to India, which is made in India?
RuPay.
RuPay.
Yeah.
Who is the owner of RuPay?
I do not have that information.
Which company made RuPay? RuPay made by some company, right?
I think NPCI.
Yeah. Okay. Cheap. Okay, sir. Done. Guru Prasad. Sir, feed.
What is your strength and weakness, Guru Prasad?
My strength is I like to go in depth of any subject. So if there is if I'm interested in it, I like to know the why and why this came into existence, and I like to learn about more about things that I'm very much interested about. So weaknesses is something I'm not able to come up with a genuine weakness. But I don't think this as a weakness, but I'm kind of very soft spoken and try to stay away from fights and all those things.
That's
Okay,
okay. That's
that's
no
good.
weakness. Yes.
Hmm.
I try to mind my own business.
That's good.
Okay, all the best, Mr. Guru Prasad. You're good. You have done good job, but
You
only
need to
slightly
be-
louder.
You need to be a little more
Little
louder
more
and
louder.
clear in your
More-
sentence.
You should
Not,
know, but like little more confident while you express.
And I think
That's good.
you should not mention about HDFC.
HDFC.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is at least you open a
They'll ask more questions,
yeah on that. You are simply
so you get trapped.
I do have a SBI account also.
You should
Yeah,
tell
tell
about
that one only. And when you open the SBI account?
In 2020.
Now I'm wondering, as an engineering student, as a student, you have not had any.
So,
You did not open any account when you are doing engineering.
I did open, sir, but HDFC was already open, right?
previously
Hmm.
HDFC. Before engineering, yes.
Before engineering only you opened HDFC.
Yes.
hardly now, in the financial inclusion, even the high school students
High
also
school
they don't
students
play.
open the accounts.
You
Mostly
hardly
public
find,
sector.
even the illiterates who are
Yeah.
not able to put
But when
signature
your
also, they
parents
open
are
the account.
already working.
Yes, sir.
So-
My father passed away 1.5 years back, and my mother is a retired school teacher.
Where does she have account? She must be drawing some pension. Mother?
Account in Canara Bank.
Canara Bank. So it is our bank.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the
So
best,
you-
Guru Prasad.
And
You
dress
need
up
to-
well for
You need to be little louder and
Louder.
more clear in your sentence.
Yeah.
Don't finish the sentence halfway. No?
Yes.
You need to complete the answer.
Thanks.
And
You are saying
that's more
variation-
assertive.
Little variation is required.
Modulations are
Modulations.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Modulation. Because you are in the same stage.
Little bit more confident in telling the
And you
answers.
know things.
He has the knowledge, but just the not being confidence, but the
Yeah.
voice
Your
modulation.
expression is good.
Yes. Smiling face.
Smiling face.
Yeah.
That
You are
was
selected. You are selected. With these improvements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All the best.
All the
Thank you very
best.
much, sir.
Hello everyone, welcome to Guidely. Good to hear that you have already started preparation for your IBPS RRB interview 2024. Your interview will be around these 5 major areas. Point number 1, profile discussion, where the questions will be regarding your own profile, from your name, from family background, graduation, gap year, any work experience. So it will be everything about you. Point number 2, questions will be regarding RRB, NABARD, MSME, Mudra scheme, etc. Point number 3, that is basic banking awareness they are going to ask to understand your interest in the banking industry. So basic banking awareness. Point number 4, recent updates in the agriculture sector. New varieties of seeds or crops available, updates on MSP, updates on the new techniques of the irrigation methods in India, everything. Point number 5, current issues in India. All these things we are going to cover in our interview batch of IBPS RRB PO personalized interview batch of 2024. In this batch, we will be providing you 15 plus live classes. They are completely dedicated to your RRB PO interview preparation. Plus a series of videos on the banking awareness to understand the banking from the basic level. Apart from that, 2 mock interviews will be conducted in this batch. First mock will be conducted with the Guidely expert. Second mock will be conducted with the ex-panel member who have already taken the mock interviews as well as the real interviews of IBPS in the past. So they will be taking your second mock. After using 10% discount, you will be able to get the course around 1520, 1530 rupee at present. So you can join the batch by using RRB PO coupon code. After that, another batch, if you belongs to nearby Delhi NCR, you can join our offline mock interview batch. In this batch, all the classes will be available online. First mock will be conducted online, but second mock with the panel will be conducted offline in Delhi NCR. This is the second mock interview batch. Third, if you are preparing for GBO, General Banking Officer, a separate batch is listed for the GBO preparation as well, where the complete guidance regarding the GBO profile will be given to you. So all the best for your interview. Join the batches today. All the best.